Hi, this is Zuri of the Boston Globe and Boston.com, and with me here is Boston Globe High School sports editor Bob Holmes, and you are watching The Huddle, our weekly high school football show. It comes out every Tuesday and is available on iTunes. Now, the big deal of the week, big deal of the week is Everett losing. We're going to take a look at the highlights, and then we're going to discuss week 4 right when we come back.
First quarter, Everett's Jalen Fields scores on a 1-yard TD against number 2 ranked Barnstable. We didn't get another score in this game until the fourth quarter as Barnstable's Nick Peabody connected with Dylan Morris for a 37-yard touchdown to send it into overtime. Now in overtime, each team gets an opportunity to score. Everett was stopped on its first try. Barnstable missed a field goal on their first try. On Barnstable's second try, Nick Peabody went right back to Dylan Morris for an 8-yard touchdown. Everett quarterback Gilly D'Souza, with a chance to keep the game going, gets intercepted to end the game. Barnstable upsets Everett 13-7. A matchup between the Globe's number 12 and number 14 teams, Needham and Weymouth in Weymouth. Quarterback Dave Harrison hooks up with Tyler O'Brien, who gets sprung by an awesome block downfield for a 54-yard touchdown. So Mike Pinapinto took it up a notch. In the third quarter, he juked 3 Weymouth defenders and broke away for a 28-yard touchdown run. He had 236 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night. But Weymouth's Dave Harrison and Tyler O'Brien weren't done. They hooked up for a touchdown down the seam to put Weymouth up 26-21 in the fourth quarter. With 4 minutes left, Needham needed to score fast to get back in the game. Needham quarterback Brian Charter found Mike Elcock, who sidestepped one defender and ran to a 51-yard touchdown. With only 2 minutes left in the game, Weymouth took over and Dave Harrison went to work. He connected with Corey Folsom on 3 passes to get down to the Needham 21 with 23 seconds left on the clock. That's when he looked for Tyler O'Brien again down the seam one more time for a 21-yard game-winning touchdown. Post Weymouth beat Needham 32-27.
So Everett loses to Barnstable 13-7 in overtime. Barnstable, now our new number 1 team in the Globe Top 20 and Boston.com 100. They elevate themselves from the number 2 spot. Bob, what is it that you can pinpoint why Everett lost, and what were the keys, I guess, that Barnstable brought to the table that allowed them to pull out this win?
Barnstable came into the game as the highest scoring team in Massachusetts and won the game because of their defense. They had 2 great goal line stands, and the defense was the difference.
Okay, and now I guess the winners of Duxbury, now winners of 30 straight, hold the longest streak in the state. You look forward. Also, looking at this week, there were a number of injuries to some significant players that we're keeping an eye on. Yeah, it
was a bad weekend for quarterbacks. We lost Jonathan DiBiaso, formerly of Everett and now at Phillips Exeter, with a separated shoulder, and broken bones for Brockton quarterback Austin Roberts and Chelmsford quarterback Jimmy Sullivan. It was a tough weekend for quarterbacks.
Well, the news wasn't all bad, right?
No. If you remember Nicholas Bada at Billerica, now at Taft, he's a wide receiver there, caught the game-winning touchdown against Deerfield, so there was good news.
Okay, well, we also have some other good news. Needham linebacker Tim McCarthy, he's having a heck of a year, and our friends at Metro West Subaru and Element Productions have a profile on him. John Meter-Perel has the story.
Thanks very much, Zuri, and welcome back to Metro West Subaru's High School Sports Weekly. Time now to take a look at one of the hardest working players at Needham High School. His name is Tim McCarthy. They have high hopes again this year after reaching the Super Bowl last year.
I started playing football at age 7. On the field, we all push each other, make each other work harder.
He goes full speed. He has a very high motor. He's pretty much unblockable. And the kids gravitate towards him on the field as a leader.
I just like to keep the intensity up high, make sure everyone's hitting hard. I tend to be a lot more aggressive, I feel like.
Timmy's definitely one of the leaders on our defense. He's kind of the heart and soul of our defense. He's not really a student of the game. He's more like a natural. He just lines up and he takes off and goes after the ball. He's like, I heard the announcer call him an uncaged animal the other day on the over the PA system.
Our big rival is Wellesley. We just want to beat them. We just want to come out, hit hard, and hopefully bring home the win.
I would say in the last 8 or 10 years, probably the best defensive end we've had. He's pretty much fearless. He's going to go full speed and he's going to go right after you. And you better have good technique when you block him, because if you don't, you're going to be swinging at air.
Having only 2 captains this year, it's kind of hard for them to handle everything. Before games and stuff like that, we try to get the kids pumped up and I just really like to make sure the sidelines stay loud and get like everyone amped up. You know, I really think it helps out.
That's going to wrap it up for this week. Be sure to check out MetroWestSubaru.com. Zuri, back to you.
Thanks. Now, looking ahead to Week 5, our game of the week is Reading versus Burlington. Reading had a stout defense. We saw them earlier this year, but they come in against a team with a pretty good running back, right?
Absolutely, and I'd first like to apologize for my Reading shirt. It was the only clean thing I had today. But yes, Burlington has arguably the best running back in Massachusetts in Marcus Odaya, and Reading, of course, has given up just 2 points the entire year. So the great running back against the great defense.
Well, 2 points on offense? Is that right? I think they gave up a defensive touchdown.
It was a
right?
block extra point, one of those silly scenes where it's returned the other way.
We're going to forgive Bob Holmes from raiding his son's drawers, and we're going to catch you next week in another edition of The Huddle. You can also find us on Facebook and Google+. Just search Boston Globe, boston.com, high school sports. I'm Zuri Berry. He's Bob Holmes. We'll catch you again.